anything. Anything means it's listed files are there, which you can use in Panda as a table format. So if you use anything as a table format, I expect the data from the external file is available in tabular format only. Exceptions are there. Means if you are accessing data from HTML file, then it always in a script file. HTML tag would be there. If you are accessing data in JSON file, obviously the data would be in JSON format. But by and large, data should be in a systematic manner so that Panda can read it as in a tabular format. So let's start with the reading basic files. So I start with CSV, then we go for other formats. So let me import first pd read CSV. So let me see where is file. So I hope it's in data set. Sales order CSV. Yeah. So I'll hold it in DF. As a structure, we can see the head files, head of the file is one row. I'm getting from the structure. Chipboard, segment, category, subcategory, sales, and other things are there, which is eventually available. So in parallel to this, we do have some other options of getting data. So currently, if you see this shape of this file, we are in 50 rows and 10 columns. So if you say, I'm not having a header on this file, in that case, system will do what? It will remove the headings and consider the first row as a data only. So whenever you find any data, means whenever you download any file which is in .data extension, in that file we generally don't have the headers. To read that particular files, we always prefer you should go for putting header as a none, so that the first row should not get compromised being considered as header. So we are saying if header is not there, you specify header is not there. So eventually you'll get a data of the particular file. If header is there, you go as it is. And subsequently, if you want, if you have any separate names altogether to get the values. So let me take small file. Df read CSV. I say e data set ex1.csv. Let me see what is this file carry. File not found. Okay, let me see. Give me 1 minute. Ex dot. Okay, this file is something else. So let me do one. So let me work on the same file because the other file is not having the data part. Okay. So name, we were discussing, name is used for giving headers. If you want to give headers to your file where you are not having headers in the existing file. So in that case, you can make it a data. Suppose is 9 values are there, 10 values are there. So I can give name ABC, whatever you want to go for. You can give it as data is there. B F G H I J. So we are 3, 3, 3, 10. That's it. We do anything which being considered as it is names. So when once you specify names with the list, this data, the collection of list elements will be treated as a header of the particular data set. So it's completely on you. If you want to go for data, you can go for. Otherwise, eventually, you don't specify anything. It consider that you have headers in a file, and first row is being considered as a header of the file. So subsequently, other options are there which you can utilize. This delimiter is there. If you are having anything other than this comma, you can use separator there. one this is very interesting thing. Skip rows. Say eventually what happened ki we generally prefer ki I don't want all rows to be get copied in Python. If you want to exclude something which should not be there in your uh, data which you are copying from your system. So I can specify the out of 50 rows 0 to 49. I want this first, second, and third. 3 rows should be get skipped. So if you see first and foremost thing, you see the shape this way. So you see earlier it was 50 rows. Currently it is 47 rows. So I had asked to skip first, second, and third row. So we take an example. Let me run this query without skip, and I'll show you head. That's a 5 rows, first 5 rows. And if I run this thing with skip, see the difference? So let me open it to df1 only so that I can keep both the copies. So first 3 rows means consumer, corporate, and consumer. First 3 rows has been skipped as you had instructed that I should not go for all rows. It completely on your business case. If you want to carry on the all data from your file, then you can go ahead. Or if you have something special details are there which you can skip, so you can give skip rows options. There are so many options. So pretty good options are there. Skip rows and other things are there. So let me redefine it. So read CSV is generally for reading your or CSV files, .data files, or any file which is having delimited values. But we prefer it should be in CSV and .data file. Next, the parameters. First parameter is path. You are specifying the physical path of file. Say local path you can say. Then we have SCP separator. If you are by default, if you go CSV taken as a comma, then you have option of names for giving headers to the list to the data. It generally happen in the case of .data files because in generally .data file won't carry the headers, and headers equal to none for skipping for considering data without headers. In the case of data files, we generally go for header is equal to none because in data we are not having headers in your files. So read CSV is path, separate, and so many things are there. Next, last we have seen the skip rows. Skip rows you can specify the list of the index. You can say index of rows to be skipped. So it don't copy given line indexes into data frame. That's a basic terminology which we prefer. It's generally available in most of the reading functions. So let's go for other external files. Say I'm having one, let me see, Excel file is there or not. Data, read Excel, D data set. So in data set, we are having employee, other than D, it's E, sorry. Then we are employee master with us. So if you see, I'll say df1, df1.head. This get me the first sheet of this particular file, which is available. In this sheet, we are having 3 sheets, 3 sub-sheets. So sheet 1 is with the name of, let me, I don't think you will be able to see this file. So let me write down the sheet name. First sheet name is master. Second sheet name is your geo data. Third sheet name is workshop. So depending on the requirement, you can specify. If you don't specify it, by default, first sheet will be taken as a value. So if you take like this, I'll go for specifying. So we are having parameter with the sheet name. You can specify the index if needed. Sheet name. Under sheet name. Oh, just hold on. It's taking time. Sheet underscore name. Then I'll take it, take geo data, and I'll want to use first data only. So rather than name, we'll taking the index. So see, so it is available in the index proposition. Say first sheet is master. If I do it, let me change it to back to value. That's the first is my employee master. If I go for third one, which is my workshops. So here I can extract data of workshops. So this is a classic file which we will be using for doing basic analytics in the employee-based data set. So in a single file, I'm having 3 subsheets. First is with master, other one is geo data and workshops. I have to check why it is not taking name. It's only take name. No issue. We can go for index wise 0, 1, and 2. 0 for first file, 1 for second, and 2 for third file. Third subsheet, you can say. Because Excel sheet is a 1. Under one Excel workbook, we are having subsheets. So if you don't specify anything, it'll take as a first sheet as a default to get a data value. Sure. Next, we'll go for, let me take data from SQL part, as we have seen earlier. So we can have correct. We have to make a connection first, because without connection, it won't allow you to take a data. So connection, let me copy the connection path from my file. Just give me a moment. So after getting this connection, it validates. If connection is valid, it allows you to go ahead. So then I say pd.read. Then we have SQL query or SQL table, both are available. I'll go for SQL query, select star from batch underscore students. Let me see file is there or not. If it is there, it allows you to take a data access. Then I say df, I'd say and, I'd say head of one row. It'll check if data file is not there. Let me see file is not there or not. Batch student is not there. Okay. Student batch was there. Let me see. Otherwise, to see the data set. Yes, it is there. So we can get data from your different databases also, depending on your connection part. Connection can be from your MongoDB or any other database. So depending on connection, it will check if run the query on the respective connection. If connection is valid, you'll get your data depending on your requirements. So let me access one URL for you. So I'm having one HTML file. Let me open this page. I'm copying this path. Oh, this is the HTML page which I am preferring to get access in Python in Panda package. So this is carrying multiple informations. I'm looking for getting data in a tabular format. Anything which is available in tabular format, you can extract it in Panda. So let me copy the path. Then I'll go back. I can get it pd.read HTML. Just give us all complete path. I'll say df. And in df, you are getting multiple tables. We generally happen that you might have multiple tables in the same page. That's why we do have option of specifying individual records. So depending on the HTML page, have to get a data. So you can say first state bank data is there. The first value. which you are getting on your screen. You are getting your data values. So depending on requirement, if I run this page, I'm getting this, whatever the table I'm getting on screen, you'll be able to get informations. So this page is carrying one tables. This page might carry multiple tables. That's why if multiple tables are there, you can get a data specifying 0 or 1. So depending on requirement, you can get your data. So Excel, CSV, SQL, and HTML is there. JSON is also there, but is not recommended right now to go for just for the because we'll be doing this JSON data access separately in API access, so we'll take up there only. So currently we are met with this informations. So let me see. I'm having one more data with me. If I'm able to print it on the screen, just give me 1 minute. Say I'm having one file with the name of let's see, ex1.txt. Under this file, I'm having this data which is mentioned below on your screen. So this is what this is neither a delimited file. So let me try to access this file. So I'm not doing Panda currently. Let me get the file with the normal file access option. Then I'll go with Panda access. I'll say open. I'll say E drive data set. Then we are having ex1.txt. I say read. Just it's not getting data access. Welcome. pd dot read. Let me start with table. Under table, we do have option of getting any other data frames which can be accessible. Let me get it from there. It's not available, so I missed something. Not sure. So ex1.txt. And the TST, we are in the option of specifying the separators. So table, read table we use for getting data which is not in a desired format on any delimiter is not there in CSV or other things. So generally for TXT files, we use data values, read tables. So we can go for separators. So separators is, I'm saying its space is there, which to be considered as a separator. So space can be multiple, one or multiple space can be there. So I can get it data. So here you can notice that first row has been taken as a header. So rather than taking first row as header, I say let's take a header none. So what will happen? We'll take a data as it is without compromising your row data, because in my file headers are not there. So I do have option of giving headers similarly, which I did in the case of CSV file. Say first, let's say C1. I'll say C2. I'll say C3. I'll say C4. So if you are in any text file where you are not confirm key what is the delimiter, in our case is a space. If something others is there, so we can go for there. So same thing if you want to get in your CSV file also. Say read CSV. Let me copy the complete ecosystem as it is. There also we can access. So both are available. Read table and read CSV is also available. So we prefer anything which is in other than CSV or .data file. I'll go for table because it's performance wise is better than .csv. But internally both are equal in the propositions. So open wale case maybe let me see. Spelling mistake was there. So if I read it correctly, so I'll say read. So data is there. I say read lines. So if you use via your normal file handling system, so you won't be able to have a structured approach to get a data. So it generally happen. We should go for pandas to make it more readable file access. so that we can do the alterations, means we can add addition of two columns, or we can do the summarization of calculations. So many things are there. So depending on data access, we can go for. So currently we had done .csv. Let me see .data file if I do have with me data file. Currently I don't have in this system. So .csv file, read CSV file would be used for getting your data, CSV and .data. Then read table option, we prefer to have txt files where separator is predefined. Separator should be there, otherwise you won't be able to get a tabular success. It should not be there. You copy one article from e-newspaper and paste on your text document, and you want to make a table. It won't be there. You should have some structure available so that your Python can read your data in tabular format. Read Excel to dot your XLS files. Then we have read SQL queries. So wherever you have first is query, second is connection. Then read HTML is there to read your HTML files. This file can be your physical file or can be hosted on the cloud. Both files can be read. But we generally use this as read HTML for getting a cloud access files, or you can say hosted website pages. So all 5 are options available. So depending on need, you can plan as it is. So let me go a step ahead. So let me take up my same file, which is ahead. So let me take up my same file, which is employee. So I'll be doing some analytics on there. So employee master, that's it. So let